In this lab, we're gonna practice the first way of data projection. It is based on the front-end service. So first, I will click on this project IDE to open Gitpod IDE. And when it gets done, you can just ignore all these welcome pages. And for the first, we have to run the Kafka server. So I'll open terminal from Kafka folder and then put in docker compose up. This is command to run the Kafka server, and open another terminal from frontend. Then I'll put in npm I, which is meaning install, but you can just put in npm I. And this command is helping us to download the node modules library to run the frontend service. Now the port number 9092 is up, which is handling the Kafka server. As you can see, the folder named node modules is coming up now. Download is completed, and then I'll just put in npm run serve to run the front-end service. I think the front-end service is running on 8080. And when it gets done, we can get access to the front-end browser. And before that, we're gonna run all these microservices: order, inventory, delivery, and gateway. For all these microservices, I can just put in Maven Spring Boot run. I'll copy this to use it again, and then run this command in all the 4 terminals. The front-end service is coming up through the gateway service, so we have to run the gateway. Spring service is coming up. 8081, which is order, 8082 and 8083 inventory and delivery, and 8088 is also up. So I'll open browser for the port number 8088. So this is the front-end browser template, and we can do some other things in here. And before we make an order here, I'll just put in some inventories by HTPy tool, and before that I have to install this and here. And then so it is available now. And then I'll make another order as it is described over here in the image. Product ID 1, quantity 10, customer ID, user, amount 10,000. I'll just skip the status and I'll put Seoul for the address and save it. Then the order card is here about the information we put in at the order we made. So after we check that our application is working well, then we have to do the work of integrating the informations of inventory and delivery at the order service. For now, there are only informations of order, but we want this stock information and delivery status on the order service at the same time. So as you can see, when we made the order, the Kafka server called the delivery service and it automatically made the delivery to address I made. So let's move on to Gitpod and get into the front-end service. And when you move on to component folder, there are a lot of components making the front-end browser. So when you move on to order.view, and we'll just change this part a bit, because as you can see, product ID, quantity, customer ID, this part is making this one. So when we put the informations about inventory in this part, it will come at here. So I'll put this one, copy this and paste it on here, and then copy this one as well and put it at the data part like this. And then I'll just refresh this page. Then the inventory had came, but as you can see, the information is not the same and it doesn't have ID over here. We just put in stock of 5, so it's just printing number 5. So we have to add the method over here. So I'll copy this and put it under here, and then let's refresh it one more time. I'll edit this into 100, save it. Then what happens? The stock comes in 100 with the same information over here. So when you look at the code from the method we just added, it is giving the direct URL pattern like this, but we can change this into the HATEOAS way and bring the link from the newest version. It could be more efficient, so we don't need to know the pattern of this URL, but we can change it like this. I'll copy this and replace here like this, and it is getting the information by getting the inventory data, giving into the order, and it's getting the information by the link. So this is the HATEOAS way, the way of including the link information at the data and printing the microservices data which is connected to the link. And then let's move on to order, and when you go to the infra folder, there's a order HATEOAS processor, and right here I can change some part of the code with this one like this. So this is a component to add the HATEOAS link at the backend system. So we change some settings in the order service. I have to kill the server and then run it again. I think something's wrong here, so I'll clean this once and then run it again. Spring Server is coming up now. And then when the order service is running, I'm gonna copy this command and make an order by HTTP tool. So port number 8081 is here, and I'll make an order like this. And then here comes the URL of inventory, And when you move to the front-end service and refresh it, there's a new order of the information we made right here, like this. GD Hong for the customer ID, and we ordered for 3 products, so the stock has decreased from 100 to 97. So the effect of HATEOAS way is getting the newest version of URL, not just getting the real pattern, and it's getting more easy way to get the finer data from the server.